This is the one.
Very old hotel.
I was in this hotel 23 years ago.
So where are you from?
Lithuania.
Oh, I know. From Europe.
Yes.
And also recently your country and Taiwan is in the news, right?
Really?
Yeah, your country is very supporting to Taiwan. That's why a lot of investors coming in.
Thank you. 谢谢。
Hi everyone and welcome back to the series Europeans in Taiwan, which is funded by the European Union office here in Taiwan, where me and Momo are traveling around the entire European Union here in Taiwan. And today we have made it here to one of not only the newest representative offices here in Taiwan, but arguably the most famous one as well, with the Lithuanian representative here in Taiwan, Paulius Lukauskas. How does it feel to finally be here in Taiwan?
It feels great. Warm people, feel very comfortable here. Arrived here on 6th of September. My background is business, so my mission here is to build a strong business ties between Lithuania and Taiwan, and I hope my experience will help.
What's your relationship to Taiwan? Did you know anything about Taiwan before coming here, just like a few months ago?
It's a very interesting story, actually. My first time in Taiwan was back in the last century, in 1999.
Oh, really?
I was part of a students' organization called ISEC. I was part of ISEC in Lithuania, and I was attending a conference here in Taipei and spent 10 days here. I remember we lived in Intercontinental Hotel. It would be really kind of interesting to see how is it still there today, because we had an excellent time, great time there.
You're ruining up my script here. My whole interview was based on like welcome to Taiwan, and I was going to show you around, but you have 15 more years of experience, I think, in Taiwan.
I remember we visited Queen's Head place, saw some temples. I remember the temple with a big dog. And
I did the same thing when I was a student. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, it's a nice nature and very much like Lithuania.
How does it feel now then being back after like all these years? Is it a new Taiwan that you're coming to, or do you feel like it's pretty much as you remembered it from all those years ago?
No, I think Taiwan made a huge progresses during those years. It became a powerhouse of technologies and science and economy. So definitely Taiwan changed a lot. The same as Lithuania changed a lot in those years.
What has been like the biggest surprise coming here to Taiwan, and something that you may not realize from back home in Lithuania?
I think we were expecting a bit more sun in Taipei.
Did you make the same mistake as me? Are you just like, okay, it's Asia, just like beach shorts?
That's what my friends believe, that I went to some tropical island where sun is every day and haven't seen a sun because it's raining all the time.
Is there any difference between your daily life in Lithuania and here in Taiwan and Taipei, other than the weather?
I think it's pretty similar. Nature of my work was always talking to people, communicating to people. So I think that's pretty much similar. Not picky on food, so I grabbed something on the go.
What was your favorite Taiwanese food that you would like grab on the go if you need to eat something?
I take advantage of what Taiwanese are proud of, having those 24/7 convenience stores. So to grab some wraps, triangle rice snacks. It's probably the easiest food on the go. But whenever I have a bit more time, I go for beef noodles, Asian dishes, which I really enjoy. And the great thing about Taiwan is that Taiwan has a variety of foods from all over Asia. Japanese, Thai. So I find it a really rich cuisine here that you can choose from. There is a small Lithuanian pub here in Taipei serving Lithuanian beer. So it would be great to invite more Taiwanese to go there and to taste some Lithuanian beer.
I'm free now. If you
let's go there.
Let's go.
So before I knew it, we were in a car on our way to a Lithuanian bar here in Taipei. But on our way there, we of course had to make a quick stop to see if the hotel which Paulius was staying at in 1999 is still here. And as soon as Paulius saw the building from 24 years ago, I couldn't help but notice that he started to walk faster and faster. But what happened when we eventually arrived at the hotel is what surprised me the most.
This is the one.
Nice building. Very famous building.
Why famous?
Very old hotel.
I was in this hotel 23 years ago.
23 years ago, everything
Yeah.
changed. So where are you from?
Lithuania.
Oh, I know. From Europe.
Yes.
And also recently your country and Taiwan is in the news, right?
Really?
Yeah, your country is very supporting to Taiwan.
Oh, great.
That's why a lot of investors coming in. You're looking for investment? It's a good one. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And here we are outside the infamous hotel where Paulius spent his student days here in Taiwan in 1999. We also happened to run into Danny, who apparently was here at the same time as the Isaac president of Taiwan. What kind of stories can you share with us about Paulius?
Paulius was quite ambitious, and then he just got the president role, and he has no idea there's a lot of responsibility coming up. And so I look at the face and it's like, yeah, very naive, but hey, after all these years, we achieved a lot of different things, and then also had fun. And already 23 years.
I'm gonna use you as a symbolic friendship between Lithuania and Taiwan, and there's no better way to actually improve that friendship by visiting a bar, and I believe we do have a Lithuanian bar on the next stop of this little excursion here in Taipei. And now we are here in the Lithuanian Little One bar in the middle of the Huajie. This is like the least place I would expect to find a Lithuanian bar.
The Claudia of friendship, because at the beginning I'm going to help my friend to know Lithuania drink more, then I run this bar.
Excellent. As the Lithuanian representative, is this a good representative of Lithuania?
First of all, I was very happy to hear that there is a bar, Lithuanian bar in Taipei. It's an amazing atmosphere, very small but very cozy. That's where the name Little One Bar comes from.
It sounds like Lithuania too.
Initially, I didn't realize that in Mandarin it sounds like Lithuania, right?
Right. The later the night goes, the more you drink, the more similar it gets.
We have a Lithuanian gira, which is non-alcoholic drink, a bit of a special taste, so I leave it for viewers to come and try themselves.
Well, I think that you're all more than welcome to come here and try this out for yourself. We will probably stay here, well, maybe a few more hours, but thankfully we actually already recorded the rest of this video, so we will go straight back into Lithuanian representative office and continue with this video right away.
Have you had the opportunity to travel anywhere else in Taiwan?
I had the pleasure to visit Taroko Gorge, so we took some hiking there. In Lithuania we perceive hiking also on a flat surface, right? But when I talk to Taiwanese, they imagine that hiking is more about climbing the mountains. So that's, I guess, a bit of a difference in how we perceive hiking.
First thing that popped up, if you just Google what to do in Lithuania, is hot air balloons, which to me is very special because we also have International Hot Air Balloon Festival here in Taiwan, which actually was the first YouTube video I made on my YouTube channel.
Oh.
So I do have a special emotional memory regarding Taiwanese hot air balloons. But what's the story about the hot air balloons in Lithuania?
I guess the story is very simple. I think Vilnius, our capital of Lithuania, is probably the only capital in the world which allows air balloons to fly over the city. People can enjoy the amazing views of our old town of Vilnius, which is under UNESCO heritage, very beautiful. And when you fly with the balloon of the capital, you see amazing views of the city.
So you can actually fly like from one location to another. It's not just like up and down.
Exactly.
How do you steer a hot air balloon?
Somebody else to steer for you.
Right.
It would be a bit of a mess, I guess, if everybody is allowed. I think we are leading the world in terms of air balloons per capita. So if you want to enjoy the air balloon travel, come to Lithuania.
Your most famous food is also called the Zeppeliner. Zeppelina. Also another kind of like hot air balloon. So you guys seem to be like crazy about that.
It's because of a shape, like Zeppelin shaped. It's a dumpling, actually. It's a dumpling, but it's a bit of a different dumpling than probably Taiwanese perceive as a dumpling, because it's made from potato dough with a meat filling, usually pork.
Do you prefer the Lithuanian dumplings or the Taiwanese dumplings?
I enjoy both. Love the dumplings I found here. So they're different, and then they're both good.
Speaking about differences, you're preserving like your traditions and your culture, I would say much better than the Swedes. Same as Taiwan. They're very proud over their culture and tradition. What is something that is important to know about the culture or tradition in Lithuania today?
I think our language is a very big thing. It's very unique, very old, archaic language. People always ask a question, what kind of other language it's similar to, and there are not too many in this Indo-European family of languages. There is a separate Baltic branch where 2 languages, Lithuanian and Latvian.
What's the most important sentence in Lithuanian that people should know if they go and visit?
I guess you should start with basics, like labas, it's hello.
Labas?
Labas.
Labas.
Yes. The easy thing to remember is thank you, which in Lithuanian is ačiū, which sounds like ačiū. So it's easy to remember.
Every time someone has a cold, you're just like extremely thankful.
Sounds like that, and then easy to remember.
The geographical center of Europe is in Lithuania. And of course, Taiwan has the slogan, the heart of Asia. So I feel like there's a lot of similarities being literally like in the middle of Europe and Asia. What other similarities have you found so far between Lithuania and Taiwan?
Taiwan is very clean, the same as Lithuania, but you won't find too many garbage bins on the streets, right?
I've been looking for 11 years. I still haven't found them.
So I'm still trying to figure out what's the secret, right?
I asked the exact same thing like 11 years ago when I first came here.
Right.
My teacher then told me that there were actually a lot of garbage bins on the street, but people would actually throw like their household garbage, and they will throw too much. So then, by removing the garbage bins, the streets in Taipei and Taiwan became cleaner.
Wow.
It's like the last thing I would expect happening.
It's a miracle, yeah. So both countries are clean, both countries are green, as I said. About 34% of Lithuania is forest. Vilnius is ranking very high on the list of being greenest capitals in Europe.
If you would give any advice to Taiwanese who wants to visit Lithuania for the first time, what kind of advice could you give?
Different type of the beauties in Lithuania, a lot of lakes and rivers. So you could have a lot of nature tourism, relaxation, meditation, in those kind of really pure nature spots. And obviously the density of people living in Lithuania is quite different, because we're almost twice size of the territory, but we have 9 times smaller population. So
it sounds like a great bicycling location, because like Taiwanese people love their bikes, and I guess some people love biking in the mountains as well. But to me, it sounds like an amazing place to go biking. You're seeing this amazing nature without any mountains or hills.
Yes, and I think the bicycles is something what we do have in common, because Taiwan is a powerhouse of bicycle production, and Lithuania has also a good history of producing bikes and electric bikes, and we are very proud of our national producer Baltic Vairas, and recently the Dutch company Pond Bike announced investment in Lithuania. They will be building a manufacturing unit which will produce about 500,000 of bikes in Lithuania. So we do produce both a lot of bikes, both like to ride the bikes. Yeah, that's something that we have in common.
Perfect. You don't even need to bring your own bike next time you go.
Oh, for sure. You'll find your bike in Lithuania.
I also wanted to thank you for inviting me here to your office today. This is very special for me, because I've been talking about Taiwan and international news on my YouTube channel throughout the entire year, and I've been following the entire process from like the first rumor of you setting up this office, and then there's been tons of chocolate puffs throughout this story as well. And now this office, first of all, it actually exists, and we're actually in this office right now. But what do you guys do here other than eating choco puffs all day?
Personally, I try to spend as less time in the office as possible, because I believe my mission here is to meet Taiwanese businesses, Taiwanese institutions, NGOs, governmental institutions. So I try to build relationships, build trust, which is very important, as I understand, for Taiwanese culture, to build long-term relations. So for me, office is just a place to store some things, to do some quick emails, and then book the next meetings. So we're a small team at the moment, but as the relationship will develop and grow, I hope the team will grow as well. If you look at the smartphone, it's very likely that there is Taiwanese chip inside the smartphone. We say that if you look on the other side of the smartphone and you have those camera precise cuts, it's very likely that it's made with Lithuanian laser. So we need high precision work of laser. Lithuania is a good partner, and I hope we'll have a good partnership in that area. We just got permits to import dairy products, fish products, egg products. We hope soon to get the permits for beef. Famous beef noodles could be made with Lithuanian beef very soon, and I hope that will be something that Taiwanese will enjoy.
Wow, so we will actually start to see a lot more Lithuanian, but both food and other products here in Taiwan then?
I hope so. That's my mission, that's my job here, and I'm really kind of impressed how warm conversations we have with the businesses here who are very interested in Lithuanian produce, and those conversations look really promising, and I hope we will be able to build more business relations.
When it comes to like the average Taiwanese on the street, how much do you feel like they know about Lithuania?
I know from Europe.
Yes,
And also recently your country and Taiwan is in the news, right?
really?
Yeah, your country is very supporting to Taiwan.
Oh, great.
And what is like the most important thing that you want to tell every Taiwanese people watching this now? What is like the most important thing they should know about Lithuania?
It's really difficult. You have to choose one. That we are good friends. Taiwan's name in Lithuania is very well known. It's treated as a friend, and I think it's important that Taiwanese know that they have a distant friend somewhere in Europe. We feel that we hear the same from Taiwanese, that they perceive Lithuania as a friend. Everything starts with a friendship, right, and a good foundation, and then you can build other things which need more time, more trust, and that leads to other partnerships.
It also sounds it's very easy to become friends with Lithuania. The only thing you need to do is to like sneeze and say achoo, and then people will at least think that you're super friendly, and then that's step one already there. Thank you so much for inviting me here today. If people want to find out more information about either Lithuania or your office, where can they go?
They could go to lithuania.lt, lithuania.travel. You will find most of the answers there. But you can also call our office. We'll be glad to find ways to Lithuania, either for tourism or for business. We're here to help.
And if you want to know more about Europe in Taiwan, the European Economic and Trade Office, you of course have all the links down in the description, and you will also have a chance to win some of these European Union in Taiwan products. All you need to do is to go to their social media and then leave a comment on this video, as this is being shared on their Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Lukas. It starts with L as in like, ends with S as in subscribe. Please do both, and see you all in the next one.